All right, what's up, guys? So I got my good friend Dalton Black here. He's within his first like month and a half of getting started. He got started in the gold mine like everybody else, and he had a really hot start. So what we want to do is just get kind of exactly what he did to have a really hot start and best utilize the gold mine here. So Dalton, when first coming in, like how did you use the gold mine to really get started with your business here?
Well, first, I'm from South Carolina, so I already had that license. So I hammered South Carolina, found no luck, had some money in my pocket. So I was like, let's venture out. Hit North Carolina, sold one first day hitting North Carolina. It was a pretty good one where I got paid pretty well. I think it was a little bit over 700. So I bought a couple of other cheap states, Virginia and Tennessee to be exact, and then started hammering Virginia and Tennessee, and then it kind of just pipeline kept going.
Nice, nice. So you basically you ordered what you had, you got paid, took that money and reinvested it back into the business to get more states and then continue building
100%.
that pipeline, right?
100%. Yeah.
Nice. And then how was it like getting started? Just like you're coming into this, you have free leads, like you're not having to put anything out of pocket to get started.
Like I said, I mean, at first I was a little skeptical. Came from the car business, like lot ups, fresh leads that were just for me. So I kind of felt like, okay, I mean, I'm getting dropped in a forest that I'm not familiar with. There's 100 people all dialing the same leads. I mean, that's just a mindset. And I mean, I shifted my mindset and it's just like, hey, I'm gonna get told no regardless. I mean, even on a fresh lead, I'm gonna be told no. So just hammer it and eventually it's gonna come. And that was found to be true.
Mm. Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's awesome. And then like right when you first got started, like I know you said it kind of felt like you were being like dropped in the middle of a forest. It's like, hey, make it happen. Like
Yeah.
how did you make it happen?
I mean, the biggest thing, like I said, was just putting the dials in. I kind of bounced around, like I told you, went from South Carolina. I was like, oh, South Carolina's not working. And it's funny because I came back about 3 weeks later and hit South Carolina again and sold two policies. So it's not about, I mean, it's kind of just hammering those leads over and over again instead of bouncing around. And I think Alabama was like my fourth, fifth license I got. And I kid you not, I mean, we talked in Zoom and I was like, I've hit Alabama all week. Like I have not moved from Alabama and
Mhm.
end up selling like four or five policies just off of Alabama. And not to mention, I mean, these are free leads. So it's, I mean, I have no skin in the game. I mean, anything that I sell is straight profit.
Mm. Exactly, exactly. And I think that's the best part of it too, is that you get that straight profit. So now you're set up solid so that you're able to you have an actual business and you're able to invest back in the business to make more money, right? And then like,
100%.
with the dial-in pattern, it kind of sounds like just start with the states that you have, hammer through that whole state a couple times so you made a couple sales, get more licenses, and then hammer those states also, right?
But what I would say is at first, I would hit South Carolina and then I wouldn't touch it again until maybe next week. And then once I got Alabama, I was like, okay, I mean, I'm not selling the way I wanted to. Like, I mean, I definitely want to sell one or two a day. Like, I mean, that's the goal. Um, so I kept hitting Alabama daily. So I would call and then I would start from the same spot I started the following day and hit it again because you got to think. I mean, I'm dialing these people three times. If they don't answer the third time, they might answer the fourth time, but I wouldn't know if I'm bouncing around. So I'd pick a
Mm.
state on Monday and I would hammer it to at least Thursday.
Mm.
Um, and then that's kind of what took off for me was hit.
Yeah.
I mean, Alabama's what got me on my feet for sure.
Mm. Cool. No, that's good. So pick a state and run hard with it, right?
Pick a state, run hard with it. I mean, I would dial a minimum 2 days that same state. I mean, just a minimum, just because somebody don't answer, you might. I mean, I didn't even notice, but Alabama's on a totally different time schedule. So I'm hammering Alabama at 9 o'clock, and it's 8 o'clock there.
Hmm. Right. And
So
then, so within your first, so you've been here a month and a half. How much have you been able to write in AP within your first month and a half, just off the gold mine?
a little under 20,000. I think it's like 19,800, something like that.
19.8. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy. So 19.8 off of free leads. And then how much did you deposit off of that?
about 11,000.
Mm, that's crazy, man.
11,000.
So
Yeah,
$11,000 off of free leads. And now you're set up with a solid foundation for investing back in your business and just getting started now.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Now it's time to buy leads and hammer it.
Mhm. No, man, that's awesome. And then real quick, because I know like with dialing, like you're gonna have some bad days, right? Can
Yeah.
you tell us like real quick, like just like a story of like a hard day that you had, and then like success that came with that?
Okay, I'll tell you a good story. So when I came from a sales background, so when people told me, "Hey, call me at this time, schedule an appointment," it's like, I mean, you schedule 5 appointments, you might get two of them to show up. And this woman, she seemed like she was pretty adamant about me calling her back. I mean, she seemed like it was very, very important to her. Dialed the rest of the day. She wanted me to call her back at like 7 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock Alabama time. Called her. Was She wasn't very tech savvy, so I had to literally get on FaceTime with her. She's sitting there, and we go through the application. A little skeptical about how the process works over the phone. She's more so face to face. So I was like, hey, let's FaceTime. FaceTimed her. And I mean, it's 7 o'clock my time. Meanwhile, I've been dialing. We had a Monday, or it was a Wednesday. So we had a Wednesday meeting. So I've been on since 9.
Mhm.
Um, so on my 10th hour, uh, get a woman that's all in. I mean, she wants a IUL for $100,000 of coverage, and it was 450 a month. And then how we get paid is basically 450 times 12. So I think it came out to be like $5,600
Mm. No, that's crazy. So you dialed all day, you
all
got
day. Didn't have,
nothing
I
all
mean,
day, and then at 7 p.m. after 10 hours of dialing, you finally got
yeah, broke through.
at
Which I mean,
$5,000 off of one sale.
I work 10 hours a day and go through the ringer to at 7 o'clock hit a 5 pounder for sure.
No, dude, that's insane. That's awesome. And then kind of what did you learn from that? Like seeing that like I went all day getting nothing to boom, you pop one off right there. What did you kind of take away from that, like moving forward?
Well, Daniel G is somebody I follow on Instagram, and I see a bunch of his posts. And one of his posts said, "Every no is closer to the next yes." And so for me, it was like, I mean, I've been cussed out, told me never call him again, lose my number, even I'm going to get the cops involved.
Hmm.
So I heard all of that day, and then just kept dialing. It was just one of those things like it's coming. It might not be today. I mean, you might go a whole day and not sell nothing, but I mean,
Yeah,
you continue to put it in, and sales rewards hard work, 100%.
yeah,
I believe that.
absolutely. Absolutely. No, dude, that's awesome. I know you kind of made a sale like every day, if not every other day. And it
Yeah,
really just, I know from watching you, you really just put your head down and you worked. You didn't make excuses. You were coachable and you worked hard. And
yeah. I
it's
mean,
no doubt that that's why you're seeing success. You wrote 20K within your first month and a half of being here, man. But no, man, that's awesome. I really appreciate you a lot hopping on here.
no problem.